Alright, second episode. Off to a good start. So, this is just, behind this is just some general mining footage. I wanted to get some, better gear, because stone tools certainly aren't doing me any favors. And the mine is just like a little hole I dug straight down into one of the indentations on that sort of cave that we built last episode. I feel like I talked about it last episode. And so I was mining in that cave, and I actually came upon two veins of diamonds next to each other, which was super rare, and I was excited. So I mined them, and then, I don't know, a minute or two later, I get shot in the lava and they burn. So I'm like, ugh, come on, Mojang. So, that happens. And then I choose a different direction, mine genuinely 3 blocks, and then come across a 4 vein of diamonds. So if you see those this episode, that's why they're there. I'm not touching them for fear of my self-preservation. Moving on! Today's episode plan. I want to try to get decent gear, like diamond stuff, probably the first thing I'm going to do. Then I want to flatten out most of the area around a hill that I'll show you in a second. And then, of course, terraform that hill. And then with any extra time, I think I may or may not be able to get the groundwork for a cave, sort of show you more of the process that I went through for the last one. So I'm going to hop into the game real quick, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so let me just hop over here and show you. So my plan is this little hill. I've just started doing a little eensy tiny little bit of terraforming, but there's still a monstrous amount of to deal with. If you saw me, cutting down trees, well, of course you saw me, it was part of the time-lapse, but the time-lapse last episode, at the end, I was just sort of cutting down some trees, and that was because I was preparing for terraforming this hill. I tried to terraform it with the trees there, and it just wasn't working. So my plan for today is to terraform this hill up, but I was trying to do that as well, and, I sort of got the hang of it. But I haven't done this side, because this side, I have no game plan for it. It's just total mess. There's dents and everything. There's grass. So I'm probably gonna first get some decent tools, like I said, and then I want to clear, flatten, terraform, fix this back-ish to right, or left, I'm bad with directions, but back to right-ish portion of this plains, to sort of get myself an idea, and then I can start working on this. So I think that may be it. Any extra time I have, I could put towards doing a bit of, framework for this next cave that I want to work on, just to sort of show you the process I went through for, when I built this. Also, just a tiny little update. The grass is growing at a painful rate, but it's growing. I can probably get rid of you now. And it definitely adds a tiny bit of green. Here's my mine, and I can show you the diamonds real quick. There they are. Like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks away. I'm not touching them ever. I might, do a monument or something, I don't know. Something monumental with them. But anyway, so, I can't swim fast. So, oh no, I'm hungry. Come on. Okay, anyway. So, I get into my favorite part of episodes. My favorite part. Because I don't have to record as much voice over bits. My favorite part, time-lapse. I'm gonna time-lapse just a little section over there. So just and I'll be back with you guys once I've gotten that framework, whatever, finished up. So, I was just mining some dirt down in the depths of just the one single layer that this all rests on. And I came up and I found a cat! Just like, right there. I don't know how he got here. He just, I don't know. I want someone to tell me, is that possible for cats to just spawn? Randomly? Because there isn't a village. There's a village somewhere near here. I feel like I remember, but not too close. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on. Let me look for some fish to catch him, or to let me catch some fish to tame him. Oh no, there is a village right over there. What? Oh, no, yeah, this is oh, no, I'm remembering this. Yeah, no, this is a village. This is where I got I was looking around for animals, and I found this after a while. Oh, where is this in relation to our town so far? Like, it might be just over this hill, or, like, just past this forest. Yeah, it is. That's gonna suck. I mean, it's really nice that I have a village so close, because I don't have to do any of the villager transportation mayhem, but let me find this cat. He was, like, over here somewhere. But, like, I'm gonna have to completely tear down that village at some point, because they look ugly. There you are. There you are, buddy. Oh, the very first one! It's just a sheep down there. Well, anyway, I guess back to what I was doing. Alright, so, I finished up terraforming this back section. This inside part, and I'm just gonna hop up here, because I did this earlier, and I got a really cool view of the whole area. You could just sort of see just how I felt like this was a pretty big area, but I was very wrong. It is pretty small. Granted, sort of trees on the sides make it feel a bit bigger, small, I don't know. But, so you can see I've terraformed this area, and I've done this too. This was pretty easy, actually. I'll probably have to clear that up in a second. Haven't done this. Haven't done this. Haven't done this. The river is still pending. So, I'll probably... It's getting late, so I'm gonna have to go to bed soon, but I'm probably gonna just do this hill, and then I think we have plenty of time to work on a little cave plan. So I'm gonna not do a time lapse. I'm just gonna sort of snap it away in 3, 2, 1. I'm done. Done with this hill. And I'm done with terraforming because it's driving me crazy. No, I'm kidding, but let me just walk you through what I did. When I first finished just the, like, bare structure, it looked really bland and vanilla-y, so I thought I'd put, like, a fox den, sort of indents into the hill to make depth, as well as sort of push in a little walkway that goes up to nowhere. Nowhere for now. My plan, I think I could have, like, a little path that goes up here, and then, like, maybe a campfire, or, like, a little secret meeting place. And, of course, some of the trees aren't grown, because I ran out of bone meal. But I think there's still plenty of time left in the episode, for me to head back to my house, stuff all this stuff in my inventory back to my chests, and give you guys a rundown of the lowdown of how I made the first cave. So first, I want to think about what the purpose of the cave mine, whichever this one is. I think this one's supposed to be like a mine, iron coal mine. This one could go like a little deeper down, and then that one could be a quarry, and I talked about may or may not add another one over there. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. So first what I did is I just did this. Just dug a little tunnel to sort of get the idea for where I want it to go and how I want it to go. Since this one's deeper, I'm gonna... Ugh, it's getting really dark. And I don't have any torches, because I'm smart. And I didn't bring any. Alright, this looks good. And now, what I do is I just... It's a little difficult getting up. But I like to go for a base. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like, terraforming and stuff isn't too difficult once you get the hang of it. And I'm trying to keep the same sort of theme with this one that has, like, the little sort of low walls where like, the wall or the ceiling merge intersects the, like, wall. It's just sort of, it's lower on the ground because it gives, like, a more chipped sort of feeling, I think. It might not at all. That could just be my brain being stupid. Okay, so I'm gonna just sort of keep on widening this out. Alright, so I've finished up getting the shape and sort of like arches, whatever bits into here. I also made sure to exchange all of the cobblestone, andesite, diorite, with some pretty smooth stone, which I'm also smelting up right here. So my next course of action, I think, will be start to make stairs and slabs to start to give this place depth, and also just make it easier to walk up because it's kind of frustrating as it is. I like to start with stone and then move on to add in the texture variation later. Probably swap you. Ba 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 da 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 da. There. You. There. Oh, I'm out. Okay, I'm out. Let me go run up and grab some more. So that's the sort of just like process I go through for doing it on the floor. It's not that hard. I can just sort of like span them around. And then I think I'm good floor-wise, so I can start working on ceiling details. Moving up here. Boop, 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 boop. There. I just sort of randomly placing them. But then at some points, like there's spots where you'll notice you need slabs. Okay, now that I've put smooth stone, I can grab myself. Do I have an andesite? I do. Some cobblestone slabs and stairs. Some cobblestone itself. And dot that around near the bottom of the cave. Because I think first episode I talked about how having just random stuff sprayed everywhere can just look really noisy, loud on the eyes. I don't know if that analogy makes any sense. Probably doesn't, but it gets really loud. Just because there's no gradient. You aren't like, your eyes aren't drawn downward. But they are when you have a nice gradient of, I usually do smooth stone and then cobblestone to andesite for like a cave. Sometimes I'll do something similar with like stone bricks as the base rather than smooth stone. And then I'll replace the andesite at the top with smooth stone. But I'm sort of placing less and less cobblestone as I get to the top. And like, that'll probably be our last block. And I'm out of andesite, so I'll be back in a second. Now that I'm armed with some andesite materials, let's head in. First, I just want to do plain andesite. Stick this in around little bits and pieces in here, getting less and less concentrated. You are more slab. More. The further down I go, I could probably stick more up here, concentrated, get some in the walls. Alright, that's pretty good. That's enough that. Then just replacing some slabs in there. And then I could do some on the ceiling too. And then I think I found some iron, yeah, that I can just take and kerplunk in little veins in air. Like they're actively mining iron. Anyway, so, ta-da, cave. It's actually, this one looks a little nicer. It's definitely longer, so it took me a little bit longer to get the hang of it. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to dot in a tiny, eensy, weensy, teensy little bit more stone brick. I don't need that much smooth stone for it, but... And I think that'll be the end of today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, like the video. It's relatively straightforward. If you're new around these parts, click that big red button at the bottom right hand of your screen. And I will be back next time. Thanks for watching.